Phir Aayi Hasseen Dillruba. Phir, like yet again she's back. And if you don't know, the first film was Hasseen Dillruba, a Bollywood pulpy thriller available on Netflix. And now they're back with a sequel which is connected. Stop. So let's just check it out. Like that's what my assumption is, that this connected because the last one ended with a twist. If you haven't seen the last one, spoiler alert. But if you have, let's dive into it.
एक बार फिर से मिल गए रानी जी।
Inspector is also back.
भगवान भी शायद इंसाफ का इंतजार कर रहा है।
Oh,
फिर से
justice.
इनसे पूछना पड़ेगा
Now what happened?
रिशु सक्सेना कहाँ है?
What happened? What changed?
इस इश्क में मैं और ईशु बहुत कुछ कर गुजरे थे और आज भी हम इसी जद्दोजहद में हैं कि हमेशा के लिए मिल पाएं।
Oh, they are not together anymore. The blockbuster film, huh?
मैं तेरी हर जिद मान लूंगा, बस याद रखना कोई तीसरा शामिल ना हो।
Uh-oh. Twist.
क्या आप हमारे साथ सिनेमा चलेंगी?
Another die-hard lover.
अभिमन्यु भला आदमी है।
पर तू तो बच्चलन है।
Okay.
चलन से ना चाल से, प्यार करने वालों को परखो उनके दिल के हाल से।
Okay.
ये किस्मत भी बड़ी कमीनी चीज है। अगर साथ ना दे तो जन्म जन्म के प्यार मिल नहीं पाते।
किस्मत की लकीरें हाथों पे छपी होती है दोस्त। हमने तो अपनी मोहब्बत के लिए उस हाथ को उखाड़ के फेंक दिया।
Quite loud dialogues in poetry form.
अगर रानी जी के 4-5 आशिक यहाँ वहाँ गड़े ना मिले तो कोई घंटा मोहब्बत कर रहा है इस शहर में।
Okay.
मेरे पति मुझे मार डालेगा।
Oh, he's only coming after her.
जो पागलपन की हद से ना गुजरे, वो प्यार ही क्या?
Uh-oh.
क्योंकि होश में तो रिश्ते निभाए जाते हैं।
Okay.
मैंने सुना है कि कोई आपको बहुत दिनों से ढूंढ रहा है।
कौन?
नील के सगे चाचा।
Oh.
अब
Okay.
सारे सवाल हम पूछेंगे क्योंकि इट्स पर्सनल।
Okay. 9th August. So I think maybe we say, like in the trailer, the husband after her. Maybe it's again if you have seen the first one, again what do you say, twist that it's not misdirect for the trailer. Maybe that doesn't happen in this film. There's a lot of big why, I think, but that's, I think, the pulpy nature of the narrative. It's about the thrill, about romance and sexual things and all of those combined, and that's the fun of such films, and that's what they're going for. But I don't remember last time dialogues being so poetic and so loud. This time they are, but I just hope it's not like because the first one worked and let's just make up another and put it out. I hope there's a convincing story they have, because you don't want too many far twists and you're like, okay, this is too much, anything is happening. You want it is something which makes sense, which is consistent, and not anything is happening. Interesting, one more lover is there. Are they using him as a person to distract the police? Are they still figuring it out, running away? So there's a big master plan. One more person is now after them, Jimmy Shergill's character. So there are more people in play and more people in the mix. I think first film was, a lot of time was set on the setup and everything, and then I think the later half we get into the thrill, and I think this one will be throughout the film will be about the thrill. Like they cannot come together because police is after her. If they come together, their secret will be out. So how they are going through that, and multiple romantics are after her. Let's see what happens on 9th August. Really interesting cast, coming together. It'll be fun, watching them play the scenes and how they, go through this thrill ride with twists and turns. Vikrant must say after 12th Fail has definitely become a big name. So I'm sure that will attract a lot of people. And it's on Netflix. They call it blockbuster, like, but how do you determine it's a blockbuster or not? Because in the traditional sense, it's on the box office. But on like Netflix, how do you, say it's a blockbuster? Because they have the data, they don't share it. So if they are calling it, we have to agree. There's no proof for that. The way it's shot, all the vibe, you get is from similar to the first one. And I like they're still shooting it at those places and real locations, not a set that always grounds the story into a milieu, which in this case makes sense. It's a small town, thriller, pulpy nature. That's where it comes from. I know a lot of people will have some moral questions about these characters and everything, but they are great shade characters. The whole pulp thing is that, right? They were cheap comics made of cheap paper, not comics, like cheap magazines which had these kind of stories. That's why it has to that have feel, that it's not the right thing that happens. It's the secret, thing which people hide and talk, like read and everything. That's the thing they're actually going for. So I think they have captured it really well. But what are your thoughts? Let me in the comments below. And I will see you next time.